Hello, welcome. Today we're going to take a quick look at this oracle deck. This is the Wild Unknown. It's the Animal Spirit oracle deck, and I've actually recently been learning about how spirit animal is a term that should be reserved for people who are indigenous, and just to like keep that sacred and not use it on everything. And so it's really good to know. And so I appreciate that they say animal spirit instead of spirit animal. Although I myself, for example, I've been working on a product right now and I'm using animal guide to kind of refer to the same concept, but trying to be respectful. So it comes in this massive box. Here we've got the elemental symbols on the back. And when you open it up, you also have this guidebook, which is like, it feels like a book. I mean, and then you've got another beautiful box in here for the deck. So many options of boxes. Hi Bumblebee, welcome. We're taking a quick look at this Animal Spirit deck. So yeah, basically the guidebook has these gorgeous pictures, these of each card, basically in black and white. I believe the cards have kind of the watercolor rainbow color on them as well, but it's very much the style of the Wild Unknown, which I know a lot of people really love. And yeah, it's got different spreads here as well, and it's got a very interesting reason as to why okay, so each animal is organized by the element, but it also has a really good reason for the order of things that have to do with natural selection and all of that. So that's really cool. And yeah, so this is by Kim Krantz. I'm not sure exactly how to say their name, but let's take a quick look at the deck itself. So yeah, so here's the back. So the back of the cards have this sort of like snakeskin sort of design texture. It feels almost shiny, like it almost looks sort of silvery, which is really cool. And then we'll take a look at this, and then we'll do readings after. So let's see. So we've got the snake. I'm just going to flip through quickly. Tarantula, camel, swan. Let me know in the chat or in the comments below which one you most identify with. Dolphin, buffalo. I really love the dolphin so far. Lamb, elk, gazelle, cheetah, deer, whale, fire ant. I wasn't expecting to see that one. The wolf, the spider, the horse, tiger, cobra, crocodile, phoenix, hyena, scorpion, sea serpent, stingray. Some of these are really unique. Fish, dragon, and some of them are mythical too, which is really cool. Lizard, zebra, lion, golden egg, black egg, unicorn. Oh, I love that. Cosmic egg. We've got different eggs here. The elephant, the moth, butterfly, bat, starfish, octopus, beaver, panther, oyster, firefly, bee, hummingbird. There we go, there's my card. We knew it was coming, right? Vulture, crow, turtle, bear, earthworm, mouse, frog, otter, owl, shark, rabbit, raccoon, dragonfly, nightingale, peacock, hawk, we're almost at the end, eagle. This one's really important for me too, actually. I see bald eagles all the time and they always mean something to me. And fox. So that was the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck, and please let me know your thoughts in chat or in the comments below, and if you identify with one, which one do you identify with the most? The cards feel really, really good. So yeah. So hello chat. Yeah, all animal. Let me know today. I can pull an animal card for you if you would like. But okay, so I wanted to tell you I'm going to do a new thing with the readings. Hi, Michaela. Welcome. I'm going to do a new thing. So we've got Sahu, we have Bumblebee, we've got Michaela. Let me see if I can open up Streamlabs here. So let me open up the queue. Cloudbot. Queue. Oh, and then I had a timer. Okay, so I'm turning on this timer. Let's see if it goes. So basically, we should get some information in a second. Did I mod Streamlabs? Let me double check. Okay, sorry, I'm going to troubleshoot this for a second, but if you want to read in the description, I believe I updated how to get a reading. I'm not sure if I'm saying the right thing. I feel like I did this though. I feel like I already modded Streamlabs. Okay, but let's try this. Let's see if it works, okay? So I've opened the queue. So if you want to join it, you can click, you can do this. Here, let me get on to my channel and I can write this in the chat for now. Okay. Type join to enter the queue. So first of all, type join like that, and you should enter the queue and we'll see how it works. Hey Esme, welcome. And then since it was so super busy with readings last time, it was hard for me to get all of them in line. And if it doesn't work, then I think I might have to mod Streamlabs. I thought I already did that, so we'll see. I'm not sure if it's working, you guys, so let me see. But don't worry about order right now because what I'm going to be doing is pulling a name at random. Oh, no, it's working. It totally is. Okay, excellent, excellent. Yay. Okay, it's working. Fantastic. And Streamlabs is modded. Excellent. I was worried about that. Okay, so basically how this is going to work, and this is new for YouTube because I haven't used the queue like this before. If you were here last time, I was writing it down on a piece of paper and it was like, oh my goodness, it was taking, it was really hard to get through all the people. But basically how it's going to work is I will draw a name at random from the queue each time. So it's going to be a random name. It's not going to go in any order. If you want to secure your spot and make sure you get a reading and be next in line, basically, I'll give priority to donations, and otherwise I'll just choose at random. So it'll be kind of fun. It'll be like a raffle. Okay, let me get out my tarot cards. So make sure you get your name in by doing join. And if you have to leave the chat, then you can do !leave, and that'll take your name out of the queue, okay? Yay! So it worked for you, Isa, right? Hi, Mona. Hi, Love Tea. Oh, I'm so glad everyone's joined the queue. So we can try this out. All right, so I know it says a number with the position, which I want to change that. I'm not sure how to change that yet, but we're going to actually be pulling at random each time. Let me see if I can set the timer to go off to put the, I wonder if I can do that. Let me test something really fast before we do this. So I'll double check that you're, let me see if this works. There we go. Okay, excellent. There's the instructions. Type leave if you need to leave the queue. Okay, perfect. You're totally fine, Bumblebee. I'm so glad you're here. So let's take a look at the queue. Oh, and Bumblebee, we made it over 500 subscribers. I don't know if you saw, but also for everyone here, I just posted a giveaway. If you're looking for a new planner, journal, or calendar, something like that, you might like the prize for the giveaway, so definitely check that out. And now I will go to the queue and I'm going to pick a user at random. It's going to pick it for me, so I'm clicking it. I'm clicking pick random user and let's see who's next. Michaela. It picked Michaela. So Michaela, are you still here? Let me know your question. Oh, thank you, Esme. Yeah, I should go through and make sure everyone's doing it right. Okay, so Isa is in here, Lefty is in here, Bumblebee is in here. I don't think Esme is in here. So Sahu, hopefully. Sahu, it's exclamation point join. Perfect. So Michaela, let me know your question. Yeah, so Sahu, type exclamation point join. Hi, Ashley, welcome. And Esme's joined. So Michaela, what is your question? Thanks so much for your help, Esme. Oh my goodness. I think this is something that's more common in Twitch than it is in YouTube, so. There we go, Sahu. That should work. I'll double check. Yes, you're on the list now. Beautiful, beautiful. Let me look at this. So Esme, I don't know, actually, I'm not sure if you're on the list. So if you tried to join, I'm not sure if that worked actually. Yeah, Sahu, you're totally fine. So Michaela, here we go. Will you and your girlfriend be married next year? All right, so let's take a look. Oh, love back at you from the States, Mona. And right before I read, I'm just going to double check that Esme made it on the queue. Yes, you're on there. So I don't know how to make it not show the number on Kit. So we're doing a new thing where you can do !join, and then I'm choosing a user at random each time. So I'm going to actually do this timer and say I want this to go off more often. All right, there we go. All right, so we are doing this reading for Michaela. We want to know about Michaela and Michaela's girlfriend, and we want to know about next year. Is marriage in the cards for them next year? Let's take a look. Interesting. So let's see. So this is kind of the energy surrounding next year. So let's talk through this for a second. It looks like we've got two knights here, and they're kind of like in different directions. And one of them is, we've got the Knight of Swords, which basically is more like logical. So basically, I'm going to start with this, as I'm wondering, Michaela, if this is sort of referring to each of you. And maybe you're going to have sort of different focuses of energy next year, or perhaps leading up to next year. There's different focuses of energy. We've got the Knight of Swords, and this has to do with being more like logical, being more practical, kind of like thinking everything through, you know, and the Knight of Wands has to do with more like passion, like following your heart, all of that. And I'm wondering if this, since we've got, you know, one reversed and one upright and all of that, I'm wondering if there's sort of like this like back and forth energy happening between you and your girlfriends. Like maybe one of you is more on the logical side, one of you is more on the passionate, emotional side, and that there might be this sort of like balancing act here that we have. Now, the Ace of Wands, so the energy of this upright, I would say, would be a definite like yes to marriage next year. Now it's reversed, but the way that I read reversed cards in my readings, I focus on this means that this potential energy is there, but currently there's something kind of blocking it. That's how I read reversed cards. So basically, I think that the potential is there for you to get married next year. However, it's not 100% because there's something kind of blocking this energy, and I'm wondering if that's referring to this, like maybe there is this sort of like a back and forth, push-pull, kind of like maybe you each have slightly different focuses of priority right now. So I'm going to pull a Whispers of Love card to see how we can kind of help balance this energy. I'm going to check the chat really fast. So Michaela, let me know if any of this is speaking to you or any of this makes sense exactly. So let's see here. Whispers of Love, there it is. All right, so I'm going to pull from the Whispers of Love deck. We're going to see how to best balance this energy going into next year in your relationship. Hi Ella, welcome. So if you do !join, then that should get you in the queue, but you have to kind of do it in that order. So first you do !, then you do join. All right, so this is for Michaela, and we want to know what energy to best put towards the relationship with Michaela's girlfriend leading up to next year, the hopes for getting married, what can help balance the energy to make this potential energy definitely come to be. How do we balance the swords and the wands here? Esme, thanks so much for explaining it and helping it out. Like, I think this is just more common on Twitch than it is here, but it's such a useful tool that like I really wanted to bring it here. All right, so focusing in on Michaela. Spend quality time together. Listen and talk to each other. So this is such a beautiful, a simple card, a simple message, but truly like deep richness within it is like, you know, to balance this energy, just kind of focus on your time together. Make sure you're communicating your hopes and dreams for the relationship. Get an idea of your girlfriend's hopes and dreams for the relationship. Listen, talk to each other, like really have that time. And I think that this is what's going to help balance any opposing energy here to make sure that the potential energy, and remember it certainly is there, the potential is there, will happen next year so that you can get married. So focus on your time together, really be present with each other, really listen to each other, and I think that is looking good. All right, so Michaela, I really hope that was helpful. Let me know. And let's see who's next so they can get their question ready. So just a reminder, everyone, I am choosing at random. There's a button here that's pick random user, so we'll see who's next. Drum roll, click the button. Did it do it? Love Tea, are you still here? Oops. Hi, Isa. So it's not really going by number. It's going by, it's like the queue is sort of like this cauldron filled with names. And each turn, I'm just choosing a name at random. All right, so that's how it's working. But to skip the queue, you could donate any amount. I've got a donation link down below. But otherwise, if you just want to hang out and chit chat, that also is good. Welcome, Angelic Baby. So Love Tea, let me know if you're here. And I am going to pull another name to be who's after Love Tea, okay? So drum roll, let's see who it is. And Ankit. So Ankit, if you're here, let me know your question. And Love Tea, if you're here, let me know your question. Otherwise, we'll go through to the next one. Yeah, so Bumblebee, it's basically not happening in a specific order. And I decided this because last time it was so difficult to get through the entire list that I thought it'd be more fun if it's sort of like a raffle. Like you're entering a raffle and then I'll draw a name at random each turn. And does that make sense? And then if someone wants to actually like be next in line, they can donate. But otherwise, like, we'll have fun hanging out and it'll be good. Perfect. Ankit, so let me know your question because I haven't heard from Love Tea yet, so I'm going to assume that you are next now. So hopefully this makes sense. Let me double check my... Okay. Yeah, so in the description down below, I've got how to get a reading. Type exclamation join in the chat to put your name in the cauldron. Yeah. And you can skip the queue by donating. So if someone needs a reading right away, if they want to be next in line, that's the way to do it. Otherwise, I think this is kind of fun. Okay, so Ankit. Okay, so are you going to get a job this week, and how do you manifest a job? Let's take a look. All right, so this is for Ankit. We want to know about this week Is Ankit going to get a job this week? And how can Ankit best manifest this job? Okay. All right. So here's what I have on Kit. I think these first two are advice cards for how to manifest. And this card, I believe, is a message. When I pulled this, the first thing that came to my mind was to trust in the universe, in the world, in spirit, trust the nurturing guidance. Basically the Empress is sort of like the mother card, but what's kind of coming to mind here is this like nurturing quality of the universe and of the world and of the earth. And the message is that you will be taken care of, you will be safe. Really trust this, trust that exactly what you need in your life is coming your way, and that the universe is caring, nurturing, kind, and is helping you get there, and the nurturing quality, the sort of warm quality of this like motherly kind of energy, it can be quite subtle. It can be something that is present, but it isn't coming in like huge sudden motions, and so it might be easy to kind of forget that that is there and that's happening and that you're being supported. But I think that this message is to remind you, please don't worry, you're being supported. Okay? And as far as manifesting it, I think we've got here two reversed cards, which, like I was saying earlier, usually means there's something kind of blocking something in the way. So I think as far as getting a job this week, these are the energies that are kind of blocking you from getting there. So let's talk about it. We've got the Queen of Cups, and it's in reversed. And so what I'm thinking this means right now is that perhaps the like worry that you feel or fear about not getting a job, like that kind of an energy might be getting in your way as far as like emotions go. So if we get into this more trusting energy, like that you're going to be supported no matter what happens, then hopefully your emotions will start to kind of like fall in line with that. Feel more safe, feel more abundant, all of that. So with this card, what I'm getting from it is just basically like focus on your emotions, become the master of your emotions. It's all right. It's all right that you've been feeling this way, but let's try to like kind of tap into this more trusting energy so that you're not letting worry and fear and doubt and insecurity and all of that get in the way. And then here, I've just been thinking about this card actually. This card, I was listening to a tarot reader talking about this card looking like a cocoon. It's like, yes, she's in the spot right now where she feels kind of stuck. Like everywhere all around her are these swords. However, look at her. She's like a butterfly in a cocoon. Like the potential energy is right there about to burst out. It's about to happen. Like you're going to get to the other side of this. So I think thinking of this card that way is really important. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull an oracle card for you, and I'm just trying to think of which one would be best. All right, I'm getting drawn to this Dragon Fae deck, and let me see if I can actually, there we go, that's a little bit more lined up. Sorry, not the Dragon Fae deck. I'm feeling drawn to this one. So I'm going to pull another card for your manifestation here. But I think thinking of that energy, thinking of that image of the butterfly having that potential energy, even though you might feel trapped, you aren't trapped, you're being supported, you don't need to worry anymore, that kind of a feeling. And then, all right, we're going to pull from this Enchanted Blossoms deck specifically. So this is for Ankit. We want to know how Ankit can best manifest this new job as soon as possible, hopefully this week or as soon as possible. serenity, lavender. So yeah, I think that what we have here, Ankit, is to sort of like let things flow. Be that like eye in the center of the storm. You know, that's kind of what she is. She's in the center of the storm, but she's sort of like the calm center. You know, feel very centered. We've also got lavender here, which, you know, lavender is so wonderful for soothing anxiety and relaxation. So bringing that energy of lavender, I would say, yeah, exactly. Going with the flow. Oh, Love Tea, absolutely. We can do you next, okay? So why don't you get your question ready, Love Tea, all right? So I think, Ankit, as far as manifestation goes, I think the message here is that when you're manifesting something, yes, you want to visualize it, of course, you want to like put energy towards it, all of that, but if you're grasping too tightly, it actually kind of makes it harder to come to you. And if you sort of like let things go in a way, like feel calm, go with the flow, release any anxiety, just kind of let things play out, that sort of like allowing, that energy of allowing is really going to help you manifest this job. So Ankit, I really hope that message was helpful to you. And Love Tea, if you want to let us know your question, you are next. And just a reminder for everyone here that basically how this is working is that to put your name in the cauldron, is what I'm calling it, you type !join, and then I will pull a name at random each time. Right now though, let's see here. Yeah, Love Tea, your name is already drawn actually. So you are next. All right. So for Love Tea, we want to know Capricorn's feelings for Love Tea currently. Oh, I'm just shuffling the wrong deck. Unless this is actually a sign and I'm supposed to pull from this deck. How about I pull from this deck and then I also pull from the tarot? Let me get some water. So Ankit, I'm not sure exactly if it was saying this week specifically, but it was definitely saying to release any worry, release any like grasping. So if you're grasping to the idea like it must be this week or something, like kind of just like let that go, and then the energy is more likely to come to you so that it could happen this week or at least happen soon. All right, so this is for Love Tea, and we want to know Capricorn's feelings. What? That's so funny. I pulled the same card. What's the likelihood of that? I mean, you all saw me shuffle it, right? So we've got Serenity. So this is very positive, very good, a very calming card. So I'm not sure what's going on between you and Capricorn currently, but I think that this is, you know, very, very positive when it comes to like easing any concerns that you have. The card's energy is just kind of saying, hey, it's okay. You can feel calm about this relationship, this connection, kind of yeah, exactly, easing your worries. Now let's choose some tarot cards to expand on this. Oh, Bumblebee, I'm so sorry you're not feeling well. How about this, Bumblebee? Because you're a mod and you're super helpful and all of that. I'll pull a card for you next. But otherwise, basically, how it would work is if someone really wants to go next, you could donate even just $1 and you'll be next in line, basically, is how it's going to work. But Bumblebee, I can pull one card for you for free because you're a mod, and I'm so sorry that you're not feeling well and you can't stay for long. All right, so let me know your question, Bumblebee, and I can pull one card for you, okay? All right, so this is for Love Tea. We want to know more about how Capricorn is feeling currently. Oh, wow. Okay, so what I'm seeing here at Love Tea is, first of all, we've got the King of Wands card, which I think this says really well for like very passionate, very full feelings towards you. And I think that perhaps if there might be something that's sort of like making this connection feel a little stuck, like it's not quite moving forward. You know, this card, this is the 8, having to do with expansion, and it's reversed. So maybe something isn't quite moving forward for some reason. And yeah, so this card has to do with kind of like defending your position. So what I'm wondering from this, Love Tea, is there something that you both have a differing opinion on, perhaps, that maybe is kind of getting in the way? But if there is something like that, I would say this card ultimately is going to, you know, this is the main energy. The first card that we chose is saying, don't worry too much about that. Like, let it go. If there's some sort of differing opinion, if there's some sort of conflict or something like that, I think it's not something to be too concerned about. You feel like it's stuck? Well, I would say don't worry. Again, yeah, don't worry. But Capricorn absolutely has very passionate, strong feelings for you. And that maybe this might be what's getting in the way. Is, again, this has to do with defending your position on something. It could be that Capricorn has something that perhaps like if there's some sort of, again, like differing of opinion or not quite agreeing, that might be what is making this feel stuck. But if you could put some sort of just like calm energy towards that. Let's see, why don't I pull, I'm just going to quickly pull for you a Whispers of Love card to see what to do about that. Oh, on having a relationship, I see, and that's what's preventing it from moving forward. That makes sense. That makes sense. And we've got the King of Wands, so perhaps Capricorn is feeling kind of stubborn, which, hey, that would be on point for a Capricorn, feeling kind of stubborn in their position. But ultimately, I think this, you know, this card bodes well. It's also saying to, you know, kind of relax into it. But I'm going to pull a card here to see how to better align your relationship, I suppose. What energy should Love Tea be putting towards this relationship that would help it blossom in the direction that it's meant to go? Actions speak loudly. Express your love through actions. So I would say doing something to kind of like demonstrate how committed you are and how you truly feel. And also, you know, stand strong on your feeling. Like, that is fine. You should stand up for what it is that you want out of the relationship, because otherwise it's not going to move forward at all. So stand strong for what you want, but do so in a way that isn't confrontational. Do so in a way that is very, you know, caring and calm. And also, like, perhaps putting some sort of action towards this new hope for the relationship, towards like demonstrate your commitment, basically demonstrate your feelings. And I think that would be really helpful. So Love Tea, I hope that this reading was helpful for you. So yeah, Bumblebee, I just want to be fair for everyone to make sure that, you know, since I'm doing this new thing of doing it at random, and like that the way to skip the queue is to donate. So let me know your question and I can pull a card. Otherwise, let me pull a name out of the hat, out of the cauldron. You're so welcome, Lovedy. I hope that that helped. All right, da, 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 da. Let's see who's next. Clicking pick random user. Gerard. Gerard is next. Hey Arhin, so if you want to type join in the chat, then that's how you will enter. Well, you'll put your name in the cauldron, and I'm pulling at random each turn. But if anyone wants a reading right now, if they want to be next, you can donate any amount to get to the top. So we've got Gerard. Is Gerard here? And Bumblebee, also let me know your question. I'll drink my tea. Oh, Gerard, I think your message, did you delete your message? I'm not sure, maybe you're rewriting it, but I can't quite see what you just put in the chat. Oh, I see. Oh no! Streamlabs says, please refrain from sending long messages. Oh, that's not fair. I don't want that. I don't know what to do though. Let's see here. I guess I need to change the rules. Okay. I just updated this. So Gerard, why don't you put your question back in the chat, because I think that Streamlabs deleted it since it was long. I'm getting used to the Streamlabs here being a thing. So if you wanted to say more about it, you can do that now. I'm sorry that it took you away because of the length of the message. Oh yes, so I'm going to pull the one card for Bumblebee here. And then we'll read Gerard's. All right. So first of all, this is for Bumblebee. How will G in your next interaction go? Okay. For Bumblebee. So I think what this is saying here is that for one, this is reversed, so there's going to be some sort of like blocked energy between you and G. Bumblebee, that has to do with the Magician, has to do with like, you know, what I'm getting from this is owning your personal power, like owning, standing strong and like what you are, what you have to offer and everything. And I think usually with these cards, when they're reversed, to me in my readings, I see them as having a message, like something telling you how to, like the best way to focus to move forward in this. And I guess what I'm getting from this, the Magician being reversed, Bumblebee, is that it's asking you to in the next interaction feel confident, own your power, own who you are, you know that you have so much to offer. You've got many gifts, talents, skills, knowledge on things. Like there's so many things that make you uniquely you in your creative spirit, in your interests, and just like know in your next interaction, just embody who you are and feel strong in who you are, no matter what G has to present you. So I think that that'll be important, because I think that what this is saying is that if you don't focus on these things, that'll be kind of blocked in your interaction, and you might get caught up in feeling like defeated or feeling less confident or something like that. All right? So that's what I have for you, Bumblebee. Oh, Sahu, no, your name is still here. I just haven't drawn your name yet. I'm drawing it at random each time, so that's how it's working, all right? So you didn't miss your turn, don't worry. I haven't pulled your name yet. You're still in the queue. All right, so now we're going to read for Gerard. What's Ayan's current feelings and intentions towards you after she saw your messages? You talked first, and you're currently helping her heal from her heartbreak. All right, let's take a look. You talked on the first. I see. Okay. Oh, Bumblebee, I hope that you feel so much better. Sending much healing energy your way. Thank you so much for helping out, for being a mod and making sure that all is going well in the chat. So it's so good to see you. All right, so this is for Gerard. All right, so what is Ayan's current feelings for Gerard and intentions towards Gerard after the last messages? Okay. So here's what I have, Gerard. So first of all, I think that Ayan is feeling very like nurtured by you, held by you. I feel like you helping Ayan heal from her heartbreak is definitely something that she's appreciating. It's something it's effective. Like this card has nurturing energy all over it, and I think that you're really truly helping her. I think that she's appreciative of that. And I see here kind of like a beginnings of something, like perhaps, and we've got the swords. So I think it's possible that Ayan could be, for one, wanting to start deepening her relationship with you, and mostly since it's swords, this has to do with words and communication through words and all of that. So I think it has to do with talking to you more and all of that. However, I think that right now, Ayan is still obviously healing from everything that happened. And so right now, Ayan isn't at full capacity to, like basically have that, take the relationship to the next level, make it everything that you would want it to be. This is something, there's potential energy for it in the future. So if you're interested in Ayan in that way in the future, then I really think that it is possible. But right now we're just kind of at the beginning stages here. But what you're doing is not going unnoticed. It's very kind. It's definitely helping her heal. So you're doing good work. You're kind of like the beginnings of whatever the next phase is in your relationship or friendship and all of that. Is in its beginning phases, like I said. You're taking your time talking. Or so you're taking your time. I see. Yeah, exactly. But I think that right now, that is what's important, is connecting over words and talking and getting to know each other on that deeper level. And since you're helping her heal like that, I think this is really going to set the stage for things to be wonderful in the future. This is the potential energy in the future. You know, this is the 9 of Pentacles. This is a beautiful card for manifestation, for, you know, getting all that you desire. And it's reversed right now, which means this energy is blocked at the moment, meaning she's not ready yet. She's not ready yet, but the potential is there in the future. Yeah. So like I said, you're doing wonderful work. And let me pull a Whispers of Love card for you, Gerard, about like how to continue this, and how to best be there for her, and how to, you know, like set the stage for the next phase of the relationship. Aw, well, she is appreciating it. It is helping, absolutely. That's why we have this Empress card here. This card is all about nurturing, healing, taking care of someone. Hi, Space Star. So, Space Star, if you want to join, you can put your name basically in the hat, and I'm going to draw from it. I'm calling it the cauldron. Put your name in the cauldron. So you just put ! join in the chat to join. All right, Space Star, but welcome. I'm so glad you subscribed. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, and so before I pull this oracle card for Gerard, I'm going to pull one more name here out of the we're going to see who's next so that they can get their question ready. So we know that Bumblebee had to leave. Okay. So drum roll, we're choosing a random user to be next, clicking the button, and it is Angelic Baby. Are you still here, Angelic Baby? Let us know. And let me know your question, and we're going to pull this last card for Gerard. So this is for Gerard. How can this relationship best blossom? What energy could Gerard put towards this relationship? Honesty. Honesty is essential. Speak with love and truth. So, you know what I'm getting here, Gerard? Since we're talking about words, we're talking about honesty, like, I think that this is a beautiful time that you're sharing with each other and learning more. Like you're sending her these inspirational messages. They're really helping and all of that. I think that at some point it is going to be absolutely fine that you can share with her your feelings. Okay? Hi, Zara. Welcome. So basically, Zara, you can do ! join, and you can put your name just like Space Star just did, and you can put your name in the cauldron. I'm drawing from the cauldron at random each turn. So I know it's got a numbered position here. That's just how many people are also in the cauldron, okay? Because basically I'll pull a name at random, and then I'll call out that name, and if you want to be next for sure, you can donate any amount, and that's how. Oh, Gerard, thank you so much for following. Welcome, welcome. All right, so honesty is essential. So basically what I'm getting from this, Gerard, is that if you want to tell her your feelings at some point, I think that you can do that. It doesn't mean you have to right away, like wait until you feel ready, but it's okay to be honest with her about your feelings. And you can even say, hey, I know that you're not ready to be starting something new yet. You're still healing from our heartbreak, but this is how I honestly feel. And I think it would be nice to let you know. I think that at some point you can do that, okay? So I hope that that's helpful. Beautiful. Gerard, I think good job. Good work helping her heal from heartbreak. I think you're doing a really good job at that. So Angelic Baby, I haven't heard from you yet. So let's see who's going to be next after Angelic Baby. Space Star. Oh, perfect. So Space Star, let us know your question. And if Angelic Baby is still here, if they want to put their question in the chat, then we'll do that one next. But otherwise, Space Star will be next. So let me know your question. And like I said, everyone, I'm drawing from the cauldron at random each turn. And otherwise, if you want to be next for sure, you can donate even just like $1, you know, any kind of amount. I've got a link in the description below. It's actually a heartbreak from her ex. Oh yeah. That's the energy I was getting from it, Gerard. It's just that she might not be ready for a whole new like relationship yet, if that makes sense. You were there to come back to her. Yeah. Yeah. No, I was getting that the relationship was a different person. Okay, Space Star, let's see, how does Space Star's fiance feel towards you? And also, if anyone has to leave for any reason, if you do exclamation point leave, that'll take your name out of the cauldron. And that's just helpful for me, so I'm not like calling a name who isn't there. But if you want to skip the queue, you can donate, all right? All right, so Space Star. How does Space Star's fiance feel? What is the feeling in their relationship? Oh, well, here we are, the first card. This first card has to do with love, coming together. Like, this is a beautiful card. So ultimately, love is at the center, all right? So that's really good. That's really good to know. That's a good card for a good omen of like being meant to be together. Hey, Suhu. So I'm just going to explain this again. So I'm drawing at random each turn, which means that there's not an order. It's just going to be, you know, whoever comes up next. But if you want to go next for sure, because it's kind of like entering a raffle and you don't know who's going to be next. But if you want to go next for sure, you can donate, and there's a link down below. So otherwise, there isn't an exact turn. It's like we'll just see who comes up next, okay? All right, so let's see what else comes up for Space Star. Okay. Okay, so what I have here, so when I get reversed cards, I often see this as being kind of like a message of something that to put energy towards, to kind of think about. So love is at the center of your relationship. So that's beautiful and perfect. And that's what we want to see, right? And then the next part is a little bit of advice. I think that what this is saying is that don't be afraid for the relationship to transform into the next phase of what it's going to be. Okay? So obviously, you know, this is your fiance, you know, you're looking towards marriage and all of that. And there's going to be some changes, obviously, or maybe you're in the midst of them right now. And in the moment, it can kind of feel like, oh my goodness, like maybe overwhelming, like there's a lot going on. There's a lot of things like that within the relationship. But I was saying this earlier, this card is kind of like a transformation card. This is sort of like being in a cocoon and about to blossom into a new thing. So I think the message of this card right now is don't be afraid of change. And then this one has to do with kind of like looking, this person is looking at how their garden has grown this whole time, kind of waiting for the right time to like harvest and all of that. And it's reversed. So I think that the message here would be, because like I said, with reverse cards, I'm seeing those as being a message, as like this is potential energy. We want to turn this card around. So how do we get there? The message here would be have gratitude for the relationship and how it's gone so far. And so wait, we're pulling for your fiance specifically, right? Yes. Okay. So I think if you can help your fiance with this, I think that this is good, because this is kind of a message for them, all right? Is to have gratitude for how everything that's come before to lead you to this time together, and not to feel rushed, not to feel like, you know, let things take their time, kind of like let things flow. Don't feel like you have to like pick a fruit before it's ready, basically. Like It's okay to take your time. It's okay. Obviously, there's a lot of changes underway and they can be overwhelming. So don't let anything like that get in the way of the center of the relationship is love. And what I'm getting from here is just feeling more gratitude, you know, focusing on that, focusing on what's good. And I think that doing those things are just really going to help the relationship. And I'm going to pull here a Whispers of Love card. So what's the best energy for Space Star and Space Star's fiance to think about in their relationship? How to make it, you know, as harmonious as it can be. We know that the center is love, so how to keep that at the center. Ask for help. Be willing to ask for support. So what I'm getting from this here, Space Star, is that if there's something, if you are feeling any of these things, feeling overwhelmed or like not sure when is the right time to talk about certain things, if there's something on your mind, what I'm getting from this is that it's okay to talk to your fiance and say, hey, this is something that feels not quite right to me, or this feels off balance, or like I think we can do a better job. Will you help me in this? Like, can we make these changes? All of that. That's the energy I'm getting from here, is like asking your fiance for help. If you yourself are feeling overwhelmed in your own life, or if there's anything like that, because that's kind of the energy I was getting from here. It's okay to kind of like be in that humble position where you're like, I think I need help with this. Can you help me? You know, that's what I'm getting here. So, but ultimately, I wouldn't, you know, if there's any reason why you're concerned, don't doubt this. Don't doubt that love is the primary energy here, that that's what's important, all right? And all this other life stuff, all this other thing of timing and stresses and stuff that's overwhelming and all of that, like, that will sort itself out. It's okay to ask for help, you know, whether it's on your side or on your fiance's side. If either of you are experiencing stresses or overwhelming feelings or questions of timing and all of that, love is at the center. Be there for each other, help each other, and I think that that's what you need to know. So I hope that that was helpful, Space Star. Perfect. So Queen Nine's name is here. Let's see who's next. Drum roll. Taylor. Taylor, are you still here? All right, Space Star. So yeah, I guess that is referring to you then. I think that that's saying that that's something you need to communicate. You should communicate that. You should be able to communicate that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the love is there, but don't be afraid to ask for what you need, you know? You're so welcome. I think in fact, it's important that you ask for what you need, because even if love is there, it doesn't mean that relationships are operating at their best. Even if love is central, that doesn't mean that the relationships don't have things that they need to, like, you know, work out, or that it's operating at its full capacity. I think that it's important to let your partner know when something isn't working, when you need help with something, when you're feeling overwhelmed, if something is too much, you should be able to communicate that. All right? So Ms. Ace has joined. So Taylor, are you here? I'm going to pull another name just in case. So this will be the next person unless Taylor is here. So drum roll, let's see. Just don't forget this is a random user. Oh, it's Esme. So Esme, if you want to get your question ready, you'll be next. Unless Taylor is still here, then Taylor will be here. Yeah, I don't think Taylor's here either. So Esme, if you are next, it is your turn. So for everyone here, just a reminder, this is the first day I'm doing it this way, so this is new. But basically, when you put exclamation point join in the chat, that means you're putting your name in the cauldron, and I am pulling a random name from the cauldron each turn. So there isn't an exact number. Rather, when you see the numbered position, that really means how many people's names are in there if you just join. So like Miss Ace, you just joined, it says position 6. That means there are 6 other names in there, and I'm drawing at random each time. So basically, if you want to skip the queue totally, if you want to be next, then you can donate any amount and that'll put you next in the queue. So if you're in a rush, if you want to like secure that you're definitely going to get a reading 100%, because I'm able to read for another 50 minutes, I'm doing like 2 hours total, then that is how you can secure your spot. So I hope that makes sense. No, Queen 9, all you have to do, and let me see if you did it. Yes, you did it, is exclamation point joins. That is correct. So I'm checking, yes, your name is here, Miss Ace. All right. Yeah, you did it right. Don't worry. All right, so Esme, you want to know what you can expect for this weekend. Let's take a look. Okay, I'm going to get another sip of water. Okay, so this is for Esme. Want to know what to expect for this next weekend. And so I'm going to pull 3 cards and they're going to kind of be like a story. So let's take a look. Ooh. Okay. So what I'm getting here, Esme, to start out with is that this weekend is a really, really, really good time to start something. If there's something, I'm thinking specifically some sort of creative project. If there's something that you kind of want to get going, it could be something also in your business, having to do with, like whatever it is that you're creating right now in your life and manifesting. This weekend is a really good time to get started at the beginning of the weekend on that. And you can expect something on Saturday to kind of set you back, like some sort of setback is what I'm getting here. But the energy I'm getting from this card is kind of like what came to mind is a minor setback. So, and I'm thinking Saturday. I'm kind of thinking this might be like sort of Friday, Saturday, Sunday generally is what we're looking at here. So basically, sorry, Sahu, I'm not sure what that means. What do you mean? Yeah, so whenever you get started, just have the expectation that on in the middle, kind of, I'm thinking around Saturday, there might be something sort of like, that's like a minor setback, but that's why it's good to get started on it early. And that ultimately, we then here have the Page of Wands, which I think is sort of kind of emphasizing the same energy. We've got, the page at the beginning, starting out on this journey, having to do with like creativity, passion, your work, your job, that you're going to be able to get past whatever the setback is and keep going. This is kind of like the next level version of this card. So yeah, I think it's going to be a productive weekend for you. And I'm not sure what this is, but it's something minor. That's what I'm seeing. And so let's pull an oracle card for you as well. I'm going to pull from, I'm really enjoying these Enchanted Blossoms cards today. So let's do this as well for this weekend for Esme. All right, so this is for Esme for this weekend. What's the energy surrounding this weekend for Esme? Oh, and before I choose this, actually, I'm going to try to be efficient. I'm going to pull the next random user. Drum roll, pulling from the cauldron, pulling a name, and we got Queen 9. Queen 9 is next. And like I said, it's random each time. So Queen 9, if you want to let me know your question in the chat. And now we're pulling this for Esme. Yeah, they're so pretty. Ooh, tranquility we have here. So you want to look at that? Tranquility. So I think this will be a nice, like a peaceful weekend as well, which maybe is the good place to have the headspace, to work on something creative. You kind of want everything else around you to be calm. And so I think this is further proof not to worry about whatever this like minor setback is. It could be just something like if you get started on this project, there could be something unexpected that comes up that you have to kind of like work through as you do it. But it's not going to interrupt your sense of calm because that's the ultimate energy here for this next weekend for you, which I think sounds really nice. I'm so glad. I hope that spoke to you. I hope that made sense. Oops. So I'm excited to hear about what it is you might be creating and working on this weekend, and it sounds like good positive energy here. So you let's see. So basically we've got 6 people in the chat here. Sorry, in the queue. Oh, Bumblebee, you're back. Bumblebee, can you do ! join again? And so, like I said, each time is random. If you want to secure your place next, then you can donate, and there's a link down below. Otherwise, it's going to be random each time. Oh, Bumblebee, I'm not ignoring you. But Bumblebee, can you type ! join? Oh, Duracell, I'm sorry. I'm going to turn off Streamlabs because I think that just automatically Streamlabs is like doing stuff. Okay, I'm taking this off. Symbol protection. I was getting a lot of spammers in YouTube, so that's why I kind of like, I think I just set all the preferences on, but they're kind of annoying. Okay, so I'm keeping the word protection. I'm gonna do that. Okay. I'm just keeping on the words protection on here because it's kind of getting annoying. I feel like Streamlabs is just like editing messages away. Thanks for explaining that to Suhu. Thanks, Bumblebee. Thanks for joining. All right, so who was next? Queen 9. You'd like to know what's going to happen between Hector and you. All right, let's take a look. All right, so this is for Queen 9. What is going to happen between Queen 9 and Hector? I'm just going to look at your question one more time. I have to scroll up to it to make sure I'm asking the right. What's going to happen? Okay, perfect. So what's going to happen between Queen 9 and Hector? Let's take a look. Okay. Oh, okay, great. So what I have here, Queen Nine is it's looking super, super positive between you and Hector. I mean, the middle card here, what we have is we've got this, you know, 10 of Pentacles, which is kind of like one of the ultimate cards to get to do with, you know, a relationship, or I guess I don't want to assume that it's a romantic relationship. I feel like it is, but if not, let me know. But I'm assuming, you know, this, even for friendship, this is like the ultimate, like, positive card of like everything you would want to manifest in your life, to do with abundance, to do with security. I think that between you and Hector, it's going to be a very secure relationship, very abundant, beautiful energy surrounding it. And we've got the King of Wands. I'm wondering if this might refer to Hector, but this has to do with, you know, like passions, following your passions, becoming the master of, you know, your creativity and your life's journey, going towards what you want. If Hector is like a passionate person, perhaps like charming, all of that, I think to do with you, this, I just keep using the word passion, but I think that that's really what this is about, is that it's going to be a passionate relationship, really fulfilled relationship. Queen Nine, you haven't heard from in a few days. So what's interesting, I'm so surprised that you said that. I'm sorry, not exactly surprised. Okay, there we go. Because I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm amazed by the coincidence of you saying that, because what we have here is the King of Swords. So these are kind of more in the future positions, but this is right now. So the King of Swords reversed, and swords have to do with communication, has to do with words and all of that. So obviously something right now is not being communicated. There's something blocking your communication right now. So I'm not sure what that is. Let me pull another card just for like this specifically, because I think it's looking good for you in the future, but I'm not sure what it is right now. So we want kind of an expansion here on this. What is blocking communication? What's going on? Whoa! We got another reverse Knight of Swords. So, I mean, we've got the King of Swords, we've got the Knight of Swords, and like I said, communication, and they're reversed, meaning that communication is blocked, it's not moving forward. All right, I'm going to ask a different question. What energy should be put towards the communication to kind of like get it flowing again, to understand what's going on? Okay, so this card is saying that Hector needs some space right now to figure out whatever it is, because we've got the swords. Unfortunately, it's reversed, which means I think he's not quite, I don't think that they're quite getting the space that they need to kind of like think through whatever it is that's going on. And they kind of like need that space to be able to, like this card is showing, just kind of ponder, think about it before communication can flow, and before they can express before Hector can express what is going on. I think that Hector is still working it out in their own mind, if that makes sense. And I don't think it's something that you can help Hector with right now. But don't worry, because the future of the relationship is looking really good. Does that make sense? I wonder why Streamlabs is going crazy. They're just like are posting all of the timers. I don't really understand. Interval. Oh well. I don't know why it's posting so often. Thanks for explaining, Esme, to Suhu how that works. So Queen Nine, I hope that that's making sense. I would say give Hector some space right now to work this out, whatever it is, and then hopefully Hector will talk to you about it and you can understand a bit more, and you can the communication will flow in the future, because we're looking at good cards in the future, okay? Okay, wonderful. I'm so glad. I really hope that helped. And Let's see. I'm going to pull a Whispers of Love card for you, Queen 9. But before I do that, I'm going to see who's next. Okay, so drum roll. We're choosing a random user. We've got Moonstar. Is Moonstar here? Moonstar, if you're here, please let me know and let us know your question. And I'm going to pull a Whispers of Love card for Queen 9 to see. Will you hear from him soon? I'm not sure, because right now it seems like he's not quite like, he's not in the headspace so far of like working out whatever it is he needs to work out, since that card was reversed. So I'm going to see here, like, I guess here's what I'm going to ask. This is what I'm going to ask the Whispers of Love card. What energy needs to be put towards this relationship? What energy when you do hear from Hector, what is going to best help the relationship kind of move out of this phase that it's in? Because, you know, the future is bright, so we want to get past whatever is going on. So this is for Queen 9 and Hector. Love makes the difference. Love helps heal past hurts and provides a sense of security and self-worth. So what I'm getting here, Queen 9, is just like, you know, feel confident in the relationship, in the future of the relationship, you know, really show love. If love is the center, then it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. So when you do hear from Hector, I would just say, you know, be compassionate, really listen to whatever it is. Or if Hector's not communicating with you, just like really try to get down to the bottom of it and understand what's going on. Also giving Hector the space that he needs as a form of love, you know, all of these things. Just like, don't let worry get you down, all right? Because it's going to be okay. That's what I'm getting from here. You're so welcome, Queen 9. All right, so we haven't heard from Moonstar yet, so I'm going to pull another name. Sahu, finally! You've been wanting it to be your turn, and I just pulled your name out of the hat. So Sahu, if you are here, please let me know your question. And unless Moonstar is here, then you're next. Okay, what is your ex, Ashok, feeling for you? And will he come back into your life or not? All right, so this is for Sahu. Hey, KD. Oh, welcome. So good to see you. How are you doing? I'm so glad you're here to say hi. I'm trying out a new thing this time where I'm like having people join. So it's sort of like I'm pulling people out of a hat to do their readings, and it's kind of interesting. So yeah, let me know if I'm not saying your name right. But this is for Sahu Yanasta Rani. We want to know about Ashok and what are the feelings there? Is it possible that he'll come back into Sahu's life? All right, let's take a look. Okay. Okay, so wow, so what I'm having here, Sahu, what I'm having here is very positive outlook to Ashok coming back into your life. I think that this is ultimately, hopefully, what's going to happen. But the energy to get there, we've got a couple things. We've got this, which has to do with balance. So I think that there needs to be some sort of like rebalancing perhaps in your life or in the dynamic of the relationship, that before, here's what I'm going to say. This is what's coming to mind. Is that if you focus on kind of like the balance in your own life and how the energy flows, like, do you feel centered? Do you feel balanced? Do you feel at ease, at peace? Like really kind of getting yourself into that state. Are there things in your life that are stressful? Are there things in your life that are upsetting to you? Kind of like trying to cut out the things that are negative, pull the things that are positive, get yourself into a centered, beautiful place. And that's going to set up the possibility for the relationship to also have a more balanced dynamic, have better energy, like kind of focus right now on doing things for yourself that are going to set things up for the relationship to also have those qualities. Does that make sense? You're both separated before for 3 months. Trust issues. I see. So what I'm getting here is the Empress, which is the sort of like motherly energy, the nurturing energy, all of that. So I think what I'm getting here is that there needs to be a lot of healing that takes place too. So balance, healing, and then it's possible for him to come back into your life, right? But obviously, like there has been stuff in the past that needs to be healed from first. I see. So you've been praying for him to come back into your life. I think it is possible, but these things have to be in place before, right? So I would say think about, since there were trust issues, think about like what you want in a relationship, what you value the most. Focus on those qualities more so than the person, all right? Because it's also possible that if you who are thinking about, you want a trusting relationship, you want commitment that you can count on, you want a loving relationship, you want someone who will listen to you. Focus on all of those things that make you feel balanced, because it's possible that you might have someone come into your life that can even give you those quality percent, that there will be someone coming, whether it's him or someone new. He's always on your mind day and night. Yeah. So it is, like I said, it's someone is for sure coming into your life. It could be him, but you might decide that you actually want someone who aligns more with what you need, because you need to feel safe, you need to feel cared for. That's kind of the energy that we have in this card. You need to feel balanced so that you're not, it's not something that you have to worry about all the time that's on your mind. You want to be in a good, centered, secure place. So I'm going to pull one more for like kind of this time right now. Okay. So yeah, so what I have here, this is the card that has to do with marriage, usually, right? It's the Four of Wands, but it is reversed. Whoops. It is reversed. So I think that what this is saying is that this is not the person that you are meant to marry right now. All right? It's not meant to happen right now. I think these things have to be healed first. You don't want a new love or new person. All right, so let me pull a Whispers of Love card here. But what I would take from this though is like truly, it's, marriage is not going to happen right now, because first these things need to be worked on. You need to trust him before you can marry him, right? Hi, Chrislyn, welcome. If you do, there's instructions down below about how to get a reading in the description if you want to take a look. You're healing. That's so good. So really, like take this time to heal. I'm going to pull another card here for the future. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm going to pull a card here more so for when he does come back into your life, what the energy needs, what the focus needs to be then. Oh, I'm so glad. Yes, focus on your life right now. Get it in balance, all of that. Don't worry about marrying him right now. But it is possible that he will come back in the future, either him or someone else. Like I said, I know you don't want someone else, but it is possible. Be supportive. Okay, so this card, what I'm getting here, I'm actually getting this as a message to you of what you need, is you need someone who supports you. Okay, so I think that it is very possible for him to come back into your life. So when and if he does, make sure that you are standing up for the support that you need. And you say, like, this is how I need you to be supportive of me because, you know, there have been past issues, there have been trust issues, all of that. And you want to know that you're held, supported, nurtured. And that's the energy that you're able to bring to him. So you need that energy in return. All right. So be sure to make that clear when he does come back into your life. Okay. So Chrislyn, do exclamation point join. Like if you scroll up, you might see how someone did it, but basically you put exclamation point join to join, all right? And let's see who's next. So we're choosing at random each time. So drum roll, we're choosing a random user, and we have Bumblebee. So Bumblebee, you wanted more reading on your question, or unless you have a new question, but let's take a look at your question more in depth. So let me know what you want me to read about, if you still want to read about G or something else. So Chrislyn, put exclamation point before join, okay? You are so welcome. Thank you. Thank you, Sahu, for waiting. Thank you for your patience. I'm so glad that worked. Perfect, Chrislyn. I think that worked. I'll make sure your name is here. All right, and while I'm waiting on Bumblebee, I am going to quickly, I have to go pee. It'll take me 1 second, so I'll be right back. And in the meantime, Bumblebee, let me know your question, okay? Okay, I am back. Katie, are you laughing at me needing to pee? All right, Bumblebee. How will your interaction with G go? I see. Any more advice for you? Okay, so it's kind of similar to what we were looking at before. Here, I'm going to take a sip of my tea, stirring it up. Yes, it's your turn, finally, Bumblebee, and you deserve it. You're being such a great mod. KD, your pick a card reading, that one that you directed me to, that one day we talked, I can't remember if it was like the week before last or when it was, but that was so beautiful and so meaningful to me. Like, oh my goodness, I need to go back to your channel and find more pick a card readings because that like spoke to me so much. So if anyone wants some really in-depth, really powerful pick a card readings, you should definitely check out Katie's channel, but I think it's a different, your actual channel name is different, yeah? So if you want to put that in the chat, I think that it's totally worth it. So like, I could probably look it up too. Katie, what is your channel name? Hey Deep Shika, if you type exclamation point join, you can be added to the list, all right? Okay, so Bumblebee. How would he act? Like, will he apologize? Right. Or will he continue to be a jerk? Good question. Okay, cool. Because like we just pulled some cards earlier, or one card, basically telling you to be confident. Don't let whatever he says to kind of like make you feel less than yourself or anything like that. Oh, there we go. K Karmic Mystery. Okay, so K Karmic Mystery, really powerful pick a card readings. Please check out Katie's channel. I'm going to do it myself because, like I said, I did one of them and it was like spot on. And it's also like, I can tell that you put a lot of work into it, that you're like really intuitive, and the imagery you talk about, I don't know, it's basically just really powerful. That's the word that I'm getting. So please check that out. All right, so this is for Bumblebee. How will G, what is the energy that G is going to put forth in their next interaction? What is that? Okay. Okay. So I think to start, I think that G is going to start this interaction, but it's not going to be like, we've been pulling the Empress a lot today and talking about like that nurturing, kind, caring energy. So it's not going to be that. I think it's going to be sort of harsh. And I also, I think that G, I don't think that you can fully, the energy that I'm getting from here is that perhaps like it's not even words that are necessarily even true. With this one being upside down, I mean, the message that I just got from that is that like, don't 100% trust what G has to say, because G might be, I don't know if lying is exactly what I mean, but G might not be telling you the full truth. G might be kind of, I'm kind of getting sort of cold energy, like, although we've got the Ace of Wands, so there's passion there too. It might be kind of like a mixed bag of energy. Like it might be kind of confusing, honestly. With these two here, these sort of like opposing forces, and one is reversed and one's upright. Like I think that G might be giving you mixed messages when you talk next. That's what I'm getting here, mixed messages, and it's not going to be something that is like, not like a warm, caring kind of thing. Like he's not putting your best interests first, he's kind of putting his best interests first. That's what I'm getting here. Hi, Red Mike, welcome. If you put exclamation point join, that's how you'll join, okay? So I think that's why when we pulled that card earlier about you like holding your power, your confidence, and all of that, is that, you know, you don't want to be shaken by the fact that it'll be hard to read exactly what G means. It's going to be mixed messages, and G isn't putting you first, so you should put yourself first, you know? That's what I have here. And now I'm going to also pull an Enchanted Blossoms card for you. Basically, this is, I think these are really good cards for self-care and healing and all of that, and kind of like the place to, the energy to give yourself so that you're ready for this conversation. Oh, KD, you're so welcome. I feel like I'm not finding the words to really express like how much I loved your pick a card reading. Like I do want to really say that I felt like it was genuine. I felt like it really spoke to me. Yay, Bumblebee's gonna check out your channel. I'm so glad. Everyone should. So Ron C, you did exclamation point join, right? Okay, perfect. Red Mike did it too. Yeah, what I'm seeing here is like if he apologizes, it's for his own interest. You know, he's not putting you first. He's putting himself first. So if he apologizes, I wouldn't just be like, okay, everything's forgiven, you apologized. You know what I mean? Like, I think you need to put yourself first because he's not going to put you first. Now, oh, before I pulled this card, I wanted to see who is next, just so that we can make sure. So drum roll, who is next? Oh, and we only have 15 minutes left. Time is really flying. So like I said, if you want to secure your spot, if you want to make sure that you're going to get read for, you can donate, and that's how you do it. Otherwise, it's random. So let's see who's next. Pick a random user. Deep Shika is next. So let me know your question, Deep Shika. Okay. All right, so this is for Bumblebee. What sort of energy does Bumblebee need to be in the strongest place before this interaction with G? Happiness. So basically, I think that if you focus on what makes you happy, like, I know that sounds really simplistic, but it's also really powerful practice. Focus on what makes you happy, Bumblebee. Like, make a list of everything, even just the little things that you love that lift your spirits, and then surround yourself with that as much as you can, you know? Seek out those things that bring you joy. They bring you joy for a reason. I think self-healing is so, so important. Because like I said, if G's not putting you first, I mean, always, like you should, you know, have self-care and take care of yourself, but especially in this instance, I think it's really important that you love yourself, you hold yourself with the energy that you would want someone in a relationship to hold you in, and then that's going to help attract that anyways. That's going to help attract that next energy to you. And I'm going to pull one more card for you, Bumblebee, because thank you so much for all of your help being a mod. I'm going to pull from this animal spirit deck and see if there's sort of like an animal you can embody and sort of think about that energy as well. So just a reminder, I have to leave at, it's 2 p.m. my time that I'll have to leave, which is in 13 minutes. So if you, I've got a number of names in the cauldron to draw from. I'm drawing at random each time. And so if you want to secure your spot, you can always donate, even just a little bit. I've got a link down below and you'll be next in line. Otherwise, I'm pulling at random. So I did pull Deep Shika. So Deep Shika, please let me know your question. Otherwise, after this, maybe if we haven't heard from Deep Shika, I'll pull another name. All right, so this is for Bumblebee. What animal energy would be best for Bumblebee to embody right now? Any messages from the animal realm? The lamb. The lamb. You know, when I see this, what I'm thinking of, Bumblebee, is that happiness, it is beautiful. Is that really, you know, caring for yourself, like caring for your inner child. That's what I'm getting from this lamb. Be soft, be sweet, be nurturing to yourself, you know. Care for your inner child. That's what I'm seeing. But if you want to look up more, I'm sure that there's a lot more if you look up lamb, like information on lamb as like an animal spirit and what that could mean for you. I mean, let's see, this book might even have some keywords, but that's kind of the intuitive message that I'm getting from this is like be soft with yourself, sweet with yourself, focus on joy, focus on your inner child, your inner creativity. And I think that that's going to be really powerful. Yeah, and let's see here. Oh, thanks, KD, for specifying with Ronzi. I know that it's kind of confusing. I know that there's a number when you join, but really think of that as being the number of people who are in the cauldron. So we haven't heard from Deep Shika, so let me pull another name. Drum roll. We only have 10 minutes left, so EE, is EE still here? And while we're waiting on EE, I'm trying to find this lamb in this book here. Okay, let's see. So it's in the earth section. Mouse, rabbit, raccoon, fox, snake, buffalo, lamb. There we go. Lamb. Okay, so the energy that we have for you is Bumblebee, peaceful, prophetic, and patient. Let's see here. So knowingness and inner peace, meditation and listening. So those are some of the key words that you can focus on here. All right, so is EE here? I hope that that was helpful, Bumblebee. So since we're running low on time, I'm going to pull another name here. So if EE isn't here, then drum roll, pick a random user. It is Chrislyn. Are you here, Chrislyn? Let me know your questions. So we're asking if EE is here, and if not, then Chrislyn, you are next. And that, I think that might be all that we have time for today. Unless we have anyone donating, you can skip the queue if you donate, but it might be, I'm going to go ahead and close the queue because I think that that's going to be it. Chrislyn, okay, perfect. And Deep Shika. Okay, so I'm going to read for Chrislyn and Deep Shika. I pulled Deep Shika's name first, so we'll do Deep Shika, then Chrislyn, and then that'll be it for today. However, if you really want a reading, I do have a link down below. You can get a private reading from me, actually. I'll get back to you. It's a same day reading, so I'll get back to you within 24 hours. I can read for you. It's available in my Etsy shop. I've got a link down below. Otherwise, another recommendation I have is to visit KD's channel, which, let's see, what is it? K Karmic Mystery, I believe. It's up there in the chat. Perhaps if KD's still here, if you want to put it down in the chat. KD has some beautiful, beautiful pick a card readings that I think could be really helpful as well. So Deep Shika, let me know your question. Oh, perfect. Is HJ the right match for you? Will you be happy with him? All right, let's take a look. All right, so this is for Deep Shika, then we'll do Chrislyn. Perfect, K Karmic Mystery. So yeah, if you're in need of a reading, definitely check out K Karmic Mystery with the pick a card readings. If you want a reading from me and you're willing to get it from my shop, you can do that. I'll get back to you within 24 hours as soon as I can. So that's what I have here. Yes, Esme, and K Karmic Mystery is KD's channel. Definitely check it out. So good, so powerful. All right, we want to know about AH. Is AH the right match for Deep Shika? Will Deep Shika be happy with him? Okay, interesting. All right. Okay, so to start out with here, Deep Shika. I think that, for one, these two cards here, at least, and we'll get into what this means because I'm not quite sure yet. I want to tap in with these first, is that this seems very positive for this relationship. We have here this card. This is a giving card. We've got this Six of Pentacles. I think it'll be a really giving relationship. I think that he'll be generous in his energy towards you. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, which I think has a lot of potential for commitment. You know, the Pentacles energy is very much like solid foundations, commitment, growing, that like kind of abundant, stable, grounded energy. And so that's what we've got here. And obviously, you know, we're at the beginning of this stage, but I think that he's going to be a lovely person in as far as like being giving to you, and I think that's really great. Now, here we've got the Justice card reversed. So I'm wondering if there's anything that has happened with like a past relationship, perhaps, that still needs to kind of be healed or brought to justice, perhaps. Like, is there any sort of past hurt that you are still experiencing, or perhaps he's still experiencing? I think there's some loose ends here that need to be tied up, but it doesn't mean that you have to actually contact like whoever this was in the past. If someone hurt you or if someone hurt him in the past, I don't think that it means that you need to contact them and like bring them to justice or whatever. I think it's more so like you need to find that sense of justice within you. So I'm not sure if this is referring to you or to him. So let me know if this is making any sense, Deep Shika. But I think that either one of you needs to feel kind of at peace with something that's happened in the past. Whatever it is, finding that inner peace, that inner sense of justice, kind of taking whatever lessons needed to be learned from this and applying that to this next relationship. But the next relationship feels super positive to me. I'm going to pull a Whispers of Love card as well for you. Oh yeah, KD here. Let me turn that off. I'm just getting used to Streamlabs here, you know? I just don't know. I'm turning off that automatic thing that says how to get a reading. It is off. Okay. I'm sorry, ZK. I closed the queue. I have to get off really soon. But I've got a link down below if you want to get a reading. I can get back to you. It's a same day reading. I've got a link to my shop down below. Otherwise, I'll be back on Thursday. Oops. All right, so this is for Deep Shika. We want to know about HJ and Deep Shika. What is the energy surrounding their relationship? Consider your foundation. Look how committed you are to love. So I think that this paired with these cards, like I said, the Pentacles, definitely very committed energy here. You know, I think that that's what this card is pointing to is right now you're laying the foundation, right? We're still kind of at these beginning phases. And part of this is going to be like healing anything from the past. I think that'll be important. If there's any sort of wrongdoing that someone may have done towards one of you in the past, that's going to be important for laying this foundation. But otherwise, we're looking at a committed relationship. We're looking at really good energy here, I believe. Yeah, Esme, if you've got any advice, please let me know. Okay, and I need to get rid of this person. Hide user on this channel. Okay, sorry about that. We had a troll here. I blocked the spammer. Okay, and so now, next, our last one for today, I'm scrolling back up, was Chrislyn. Oh no, it says retracted. Chrislyn, are you still here? Do you have your question? So let me know, Chrislyn, and I can get back to you for your question. Otherwise, I'm going to start putting these cards away. And I just want to say thank you so much for being here. Oh, I've got a giveaway on my channel. Since we just hit 500 subscribers, we're celebrating. I have a giveaway if you want to enter it. And that's on my channel right now. And it's one of the latest videos, so please check it out, especially if you love journaling, if you love planning like me. I think you might like it. If you like eco-friendly stuff. Chrislyn, perfect. Your person is an Aquarius. What will happen between you in the future? All right, so let's take a look at Chrislyn and this Aquarius. What is the energy that surrounds Chrislyn and this Aquarius? All right, we're looking for Chrislyn. This Aquarius, what is the energy? What is the future? What does the future look like? Okay. So yeah, we've got really positive here. We've got this card, which is kind of like celebration and achievement. I think that this relationship is going to move, forward in the future. It's going to be very positive vibes here. And then also here, I'm seeing growth. We've started here with the Page of Cups, perhaps like maybe the relationship is at more of the beginning stages right now, having to do with, emotion. We've got the cups, but I'm seeing here as being growing from the Page into the King. So we've got the King of Swords here, which, has a lot to do with words, logic, communication, and all of that. So perhaps that's something that you're growing in. But going from the Page to the King, like that's the message that I'm getting here is growth. I'm seeing success, positivity. I'm going to pull another card here. Oops. I just kind of want some clarification on this to make sure I'm on the right track. Okay, so I think especially as you're growing, I think this is an advice card here. We've got the Empress reversed. As you're growing in this relationship, you're learning to communicate better and learning more about each other and all of that. Oh, so Nam, we're about to get offline, but I do have a link down below if you want to get a reading from my shop. Otherwise, I'll be back on Thursday. And all right, so Chrislyn, what I have here is some advice card is to kind of like focus in on putting nurturing energy towards the relationship as it's growing. You don't want it to get too much in the place of like, Swords is kind of on the opposite side of Cups in that like maybe it starts out in the more like emotional place, and then it kind of might move more into being very practical, being very like focusing more again on logic and reason and all of that, and kind of ignoring some of the emotional stuff. So this card I think is advice to put more nurturing energy towards the relationship. Keep the focus coming back to emotions, coming back to love and all of that. And I think that that's going to be really beneficial to the relationship. But ultimately, I think good things are in the future. And let me pull a Whispers of Love card for you. So this is a love card for Chrislyn and the Aquarius. Receive with love and appreciation. Gracious acceptance is a way to show love. So yeah, I think accepting each other for, who you are, who you genuinely, truly are, keeping that communication always open. It's important in your relationship. It's something that I think is part of the journey, part of the growth, and really like keeping that open by listening to each other and accepting each other's truth, you know? I think that that energy is there in the relationship, and it's going to be important throughout your relationship. So that's what I have here, but generally very, very positive. So Chrislyn, I hope that that was helpful. And thank you all so much for being here today. I do have to go because I have to, my husband has to go to work, so I have to take care of the cute, cute baby. He actually is featured in one of my videos recently. I did a video with my husband. I'll just tell you about it as I'm putting things away. So you should totally check that out if you're curious, but he's just the cutest baby ever. But if you weren't able to get a reading today, I'm so sorry. I know I was doing it differently, but I think it works better for me being able to end on time if I'm sort of like pulling at random rather than having a whole list that has to be completed. Oh, let me do it like this. Katie, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy your day too. Esme, oh, you're welcome. I hope that you have a beautiful day as well. I hope to see you soon, and thank you all so much for being here. I'll be back here on Thursday for readings. Otherwise, on other days, I'm streaming on Twitch. It's kind of new, but I'm really loving it. That's where I met Esme, actually, and that is on, I've got a link down below for that as well. My zodiac sign, Katie, is Capricorn, and in fact, I've got Capricorn as my sun sign, I have Taurus as my moon sign, and I have Virgo rising, so I've got like triple earth here. And then a lot of other stuff is in earth signs as well, so a lot of earth energy. Hey, Arin, I'm so sorry I didn't call your name today. I hope that I can call your name next time. Like I said, it was random. It was random, so I really apologize for that. I realize you've been waiting for a long time. I seem very watery. It is interesting because I also I feel like if there was a card that I identified with in the deck, it would be the Queen of Cups. So I agree with you, KD. That is so funny, isn't it? Are you surprised too, Esme? Oh, that's so interesting. I don't know what to say. My sister is a water sign. I don't really have a lot of water, but I do identify with it. So it's very curious indeed. Okay. Sending love to you all. Thank you so much for being here. Arin, I'm so sorry again that I didn't draw your name. And like I said, if you want a reading, you can always get one from my shop. I'll get back to you within 24 hours. I also recommend Katie's channel, K Karmic Mystery. And thank you all so much. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.